should be able to hear me, and hopefully you will be able to see me soon. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, sweet. I want to say first, shit happens, and I'm really sorry. It's funny with me because it's always on the classes where I'm trying to show off that something like this will happen to me. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me. Some of the camera angles might not be perfect tonight because we had a little bit of a catastrophe here. But we're up and running, and I just want to jump straight into it. This is a meditative class, and so I think I recognize most of the names in here, and most of you are very familiar with this type of class, but this is a chance to kind of flow, relax, and feel and move energy. And I do kind of talk a lot in these type of classes, but I'll try not to overwhelm you. As always, let me know if the sound is okay. Tonight the playlist is coming from my iTunes, and so if you are interested in anything that you're hearing, you can check it out down there in the bottom left corner. All right. I think given this slightly crazy start here, I kind of need this maybe more than anyone else right now. Wow. What the hell? Oh. Watch as I fail in front of hundreds of people. Or 5 people. Okay, let's try this again. Here we go. All right, that's good enough. Wow. In some ways, maybe the Maidan are playing with me right now. Because most of the things I wanted to talk to you about tonight and to hoop with you are about handling these moments. And to do them in a way that the Maidan would have approved. Audible breath in. Maidan believed that nature was bigger than themselves and that nature had a balance to it. And so when the Maidan felt out of balance, as I do right now, they would go out into the nature. And they would try to move like nature. To embody and become balanced energy. Audible breath in. If you haven't been outside in a while, and you can do so safely, go. Audible breath in. You are nature energy. You are waves rolling. Your clouds moving. your birds taking flight, your trees growing deep, and because of the gift of your consciousness, you can be all these things in the same moment, at the same time. Audible breath in. Tonight, I want you to imagine that every breath removes a piece of clutter. Mental clutter, emotional clutter, clutter you don't have a name or a category for. With every breath, we come in. We breathe out that clutter. And you're imagining yourself open, decluttered, clean hallways. Open, open, open. Nature is the big mama lion, and you are her cub. All the waves you've seen were teaching you something. All of the sun you felt was holding you. Audible breath in. Clearing. Audible breath in. Be thorough in your decluttering. Breathe all the way into your hands. Exhale from your hands. Breathing into each rib, each shoulder blade, opening. Sweet. Oh, God, I feel like a million times better. That was good. Okay, since this is a flow class, we're just going to continue to move with the flow. And we're going to start with our hoops. If you're ready, as always, you never have to pick up your hoop until you're ready to do it. I think this is mine. bit of a setup here to this. So some of you are more familiar with the story than others. But essentially, the My Dan sort of, their belief was that all energies were one, but there were some that were woven together. And they felt like that their energy had been woven also with trees and with birds. And so that's where they honored that connection of the body as two trees and the hands as two birds. Their hoops in those days were made of a magical tree that would sprout up from the ground to predict their birth. And then the My Dan would go and rescue that child. And then that tree would grow up tall and skinny. And it would become the hoop. Point technique is about connecting those three energies all in one moment. The third energy form is obviously the human form. Open. Hooping, they are connecting with that ancestral energy and also the energy of the future through the energy of the present. Audible breath. But I'm also the wisdom of the trees. Always my human form, that I'm the freedom of the birds. Opening. Open. Freeing your energy, rooting your energy, and dancing your energy. Technique really just means you don't hold the hoop. And if you understand it as connecting to energy, it can be easier to let go, to allow the hoop to fall, because that's what happens when two people dance. Open, open, open. Hey, Carla. Okay. All right. Okay. Since this is flow-based, I just want to sort of arrive and move through this as quickly as I can. We're going to stay in the opening part of our energy right now, and we're going to very gently and very sort of peacefully open up both channels. We're going to see the body. If you imagine it's two trees, that water's coming through the trees, so there's a channel of water coming through. If you can see your body that way, oops, I do have the wrong hand. If you can see your body that way, your movement is just informed that much more. And so what we're going to try to do is clear that path from foot to hand to open that channel. And to do it, we're going to do some off-body techniques. But you can hoop. This is flow-based. If you haven't had a flow-based class of mine, Sheila just started core hooping. That's totally cool. She can move any way you want to. These are more concept classes. But for me to open up my channels, if you have two hoops, sometimes two hoops can be good for this, but I'm going to try to give equal time to both hands and to both feet to really open that channel. Channel being from imagining water coming up from the deepest root, my foot, all the way through to my wrist. From there, that energy magically, mythically becomes a bird. And so you're imagining like the energy that you can almost imagine that trees are a type of power plant for birds. It's almost as if my dad believed that the trees provided the air for the birds, created the sky, audible breath in, I'm opening both channels. If you're not sure how to move, just simple movements. Just moving the hoop back and forth, letting one hand lead. You can practice these sort of hinge folds. You're opening both channels. Good. So if you aren't already, you can try something that's a little bit athletic, but Sheila's basically doing it already. But it's called two bird, two tree. And what it means is that both hands move, both feet move. You can imagine them like 4 points of light. Kind of like the picture at the bottom of your screen there. All right. Okay. All right, we're going to do... No. We're going to do... Keep moving here. And it's definitely about to get warm. Okay. We're going to move. I'm wearing some old school HoopPath merch right now. This is my first t-shirt design ever, and the worst selling one. But, all right. So this is a short little setup, but go ahead and throw the hoop on your waist really quick. No, this is part of the my dance story that some people might like and some people might not like. But if you like the idea of power, channeling it, one of the functions of the Maidan in the myth was peace. When people would quarrel, when there was trouble, they would come in and try to find peace. And the first thing that they would do, and everybody knew that they were going to do it, they were well respected, is they would find a spot, usually like in the middle of the town, and they would do exactly what we're doing right now. They would plant their feet into the ground. They would wrap that moment's wind around them, like you're doing with your hoop, and they would release the birds, their hands. And what they were doing was essentially taking a temperature, taking a reading, and pulling from the ground water, new energy. And you can move your feet around, but what I want you to feel first is sometimes it helps to close your eyes, but it's to feel this idea of swirling energy up through your body, swirling it up through the body, bringing whatever, if you like the myth, bringing that ancestral wisdom up through you. And if you can see that movement up in spirals, you can start to play with those spirals. Good. Now you can release your feet and begin to move, or keep them still. What we're focusing on right now is pulling energy, imagining pulling energy up through the ground and swirling it through the body, either quickly or slowly. Good. You can switch currents if you feel it. Again, be a conduit. This is more of a dance exercise than a hoop exercise. Coming through you. What some of you can try, I don't want to take you out of your flow, but I can try rooting again, and this time in a very dancerly way, just bringing energy in and pushing it up, and just feeling that. Dancers, we need templates. You tell us to dance like we're underwater, we'll dance like we're underwater. What I want you to imagine is that your hands are helping you call this energy up through the body, spiraling. You can take the hoop up to the shoulders. Pushing through. Good. If you never move your hands very much, now can be a fun time. An energy class can feel good for that. I can feel my own energy field. I can imagine I can feel my own energy field from one hand to the other hand. Good. Audible breath in. Okay. All right. I hope you guys are doing well and you're still with me. We're going to keep the energy up one more song, and then we're going to start to bring it down. This is more of a chill type class. So I guess you could sort of throw this into maybe more of the moving of energy now. Like we've talked about clearing it and opening it, and now we're going to talk about moving it. But what we're going to work on is a very, very subtle technique of waist tubing. And what I want you to do is to feel the four pads of your feet, right? And imagine that those four pads of your feet, that they kind of create a box that moves all the way up and creates corners all the way up the body. So my two top corners would be my shoulders, hips, waist, whatever. For me, it's the same thing, basically. And that those would be my corners. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, John. And so what I want you to do is to imagine that you can break, so like if I'm a rectangle, that I can break each side, or the front and back sides of me in half, and I can push with them. Actually, go ahead and do a little drum on your stomach if you're doing it. Sheila's a good drummer. I'm not. Okay? And I'll shut up so you don't, but you can sort of go ahead and start to feel rhythm through the core. Okay? Now, in the same way you're able to feel rhythm on your body from your hands, you're going to try to drum the hoop. Okay? And this is going to be a very subtle waist exercise to really get us open down there. Be conscious of your hands. Be conscious of them. Good. Now this is a super geeky waist tubing exercise. Some hoopers love it. Some hoopers hate it. But what you're going to try to do is be that tree nature. But instead of just pulling energy up at one time, you're going to pull it up in pulses. This. Right? I'm moving my hands to show you guys, but you don't have to. Good. And if you're having a hard time staying rooted, you could turn if you needed to. But I really encourage you to try and stay rooted. And And then I want you to we're going to grab the hoop and create a break, a breath, and then move it the other way. So I'm going to stop the hoop, put it back on me, and I'll send it the other way. And now I'm going to start the process all again. I'm going to feel the four corners of my feet, the two corners at the front, the heels. Walk that energy, walk that framework all the way up through me. Split each side open. So my right ab can push towards Sheila, my left ab can push towards y'all. Don't know what's over there, so just trust me, it's the other way. Now where this can really get fun is when you start to feel the night side panels, those places behind you. And when I was teaching beginners, I was amazed at how flat their hoops would get. How flat their hoops would get when they were focusing on the front and the back. And then like we did before, we're going to reverse, take a breath, just chill, and then send it the other way. And then let the energy build back up. Okay. There's a reason hoopers have good abs. And this type of ab control is what I want you to get into. I don't care what you look like, you've got abs. The muscles are there. And we're engaging those core muscles in a drummer type way. Burst of energy coming through the legs. Good. Sheila's putting a lot of bend in the legs. Okay. Reverse. Oh, nice and easy reverse. Reverse. We're not going to do this whole song. We're just going to do a few more seconds of this. So what we're going to try to do together is we're going to try to chi an angle down into earth and then chi the angle back into sky. Bend the legs. You're going to lift the heels just enough. Like imagine you're trying to jump over something into a pool. Like you can't just run into the pool. You got to jump over something. There you go. This is earth angle. And I'm going to bring in that drumming so that each flap in the middle of me is pushing out towards the corners, towards this way. I'll show you what I mean. So my abs are trying to push these ways. Good. Good. Now what we're going to try to do is walk that energy all the way back into sky. There's a reason we're doing this on Monday, because it's hard. This is what you're going to, I'll show you what it's going to look like. I'm in earth. I'm in earth. I'm going to swirl, 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 swirl. That flattens the hoop. And then I'm going to bounce, 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 bounce. Yeah, good, Sheila. Pop it up with your stomach. Imagine you're trying to put a quarter, like it is kind of a belly dance trick, like you're trying to pop a quarter. Good. And then we're going to walk that back down. To walk it down, I roll, I circle, I wrap wind around me, and then bounce to create the angle. We're almost there. I'm not going to torture you. Okay, I can't torture you. We're done. Okay. All right. Take a sip of water here. So. Okay, so in the effort of moving energy, if you have the room, to do this. I want you to take a big swoop out with the hoop here. Good. And what I want you to see if you can feel is how you're turning and where you're holding the hoop, the point, how they kind of slow time. It's almost like you can kind of slow a moment down if you turn it relative to the hoop, essentially if you stall. And of course that can make you really dizzy, but you can not go all the way to the point of turning with the hoop, but to slow it down. And then if I send the hoop out, I can make it very blurry. And then as we've done before, if I turn my hand, now I'm inside and I can push the hoop onto me. And so for our next exercise, we're going to kind of put all of this together. And we're going to work on pushing that energy out into a bird, into the hoop, then back again. All right. It's a little bit more fun once you start playing. Okay. Of course, you can move any way you like. But what I'm suggesting you do is to move and stall to push the hoop off and back on.
This unravel slowly swell fall through the cloud.
Open, open, open.
Clear the air. If I could break the spell of this, weave into.
If you think of emotions as energy that moves through you, it can keep you from being doom and gloomy. You can say, oh, this is sad water that my tree is passing through my body. This is a scary time that is passing through my body. And the more I breathe and the more I move, the more I can see it on its way. Nice.
Slow motion. Drift through the day.
Open, open. Okay. All right. So, I hope you guys are still here and having a good class. We're going to imagine that what we just went through was a sort of storm, and that now this is that moment in the movie where the clouds part, everything becomes calm and chill. This is that like sticking your feet in cool water type of vibe, nice and easy, floating on a raft kind of vibe. And you can hoop any way you want to. Before you get too excited, this is the jazz version of this song. This is not actually Snoop. And everything's easy right now. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm actually going to go blindfolded. Going to let my energy be, let it float on all this nature. I'm not paddling, I'm not swimming. Audible breath in. Nice and easy. Some of us are always fighting tired. Some of us are always feeling tired of fighting. In this moment, you're just allowing your energy to just float on top of nature. To be tired. Open. Open. Right now, you're floating on your back, looking at your sky, seeing your stars. Audible breath in. Whatever hoop technique you're doing doesn't matter. You're feeling chill. Just you, free. Open, open, open. If you're having trouble thinking of or feeling the chill vibe, think of a chill place you like. See yourself there, close your eyes, and put yourself in that place. Maybe it's a place you've never been. energy comes up and comes through. Comes up and it comes through. All right. I really like that one. Super chill. All right. I feel like we kind of went harder tonight than I thought we would, so I'm going to slow things up just a little bit and not make them so crazy. But, oops. This is kind of an interesting song to dance to, but this will be our free hoop. No, you know what? I loved it. Yeah, actually, I love Burial, but I'm not feeling that right now. Actually, this is a good one for this. Okay, sweet.
Sem chegar, dizer adeus, invadida pela voz do teu silêncio, gritando minha alma se veste de nua, tua lua, sem querer.
Thank you so much tonight, guys, for everything. This is our free hoop. I won't be doing any more teaching from here.
Sem asas voando, pairando nua, tua lua. Esta sede é minha. Esta fome me alimenta de beleza tua, de beleza nua. Presença nem ausência, lambudo com silêncio de voz. Nasci já, tua alma num preto tabua. É boa lua, ai, ai. Cada nasce medida, ai, ai. Perdido e achado na despedida, se asa na tu tabuai é boa lua.
If for any reason you were checking this out late, you can find the replays on YouTube at HoopPath Backs.
Que tá matando fome de boa criatura, de boa formosura. Esta sede é minha água, é minha fome que tá matando fome.
Open.
de boa criatura, de beleza tua, de boa formosura.
For me, I have found myself a lot over the last 2 or 3 days hooping on my core, my own body. And I'm hippie just enough to always think, is that energy I was talking about, does it need me to be there? Is it guiding me to check in, to be in that core? And what would that mean? Usually, when I think of core hooping, I think of my roots. And so for me, a call to the core is a call to my roots. All right, we're going to bring the energy way down. As always, thank you guys for joining me tonight. Your support means a lot. Your donations mean a lot. Thank you guys. We're going to do, this next song will be the very last song of the night. Thank you so much for everybody that's checked it out. I really appreciate it. Oh, for real, Sharon. Thank you everybody that's joined. This is our last song.
And I'm haunted in a dream. I don't know how long I've been asleep. I gotta wake up. Oh, but the cycle, it just repeats. 'Cause I'm haunted in a dream. Let it go. And I'm haunted in a dream. I don't know how long I've been asleep. I gotta wake up. Oh, but the cycle, it just repeats. 'Cause I'm haunted in a dream. I don't know how long. I don't know And I'm haunted in a dream. I don't know how long I've been asleep. I gotta wake up. Oh, but the cycle, it just repeats. 'Cause I'm haunted in a dream. Let it go. I don't know how long. I don't know
Thank you guys for everything. Jen says your skills have become so artful and amazing. So happy for you. All right. Good night, guys.